Hi, I'm Sister Kahti, and I was healed from a slap tear in my shoulder. So I really don't know how I got this tear, this injury. I know that I began doing simple things around the house. I would go to like turn on a light switch or reach for something in the cabinet, and it would catch me, and it feels like my arm was just gonna fall off. It wasn't a constant pain. It was just sometimes when I do certain things and I knew something was wrong, and I just kind of felt like it'll go away. So time went on and it wasn't, and I finally said something to my doctor, and she got a CAT scan order for me, and it came back. It's deep tear and a rip deep down in two different places in my shoulder.
The doctors gave Kahti two options after sending her to orthopedics. One option would leave her arms resembling Popeye's after healing, while the other required 6 months before she could return to her regular life. But she didn't have 6 months.
We went ahead with the surgery, and the recovery was rough. The first about 5 days, I was no good for myself. There was nothing I could do. It was very painful, which he had already let me know that it would be. And I was just praying like through it all, like I don't want to go through this, like 6 months of this. And so once I finally got over that hump, I was feeling a little better to where I could move around and I can come back to church. So the first Sunday I came back to church, I was happy. I was feeling good to be amongst my, my family here, and I felt kind of achy. I was in this big, bulky, ugly sling that I had to wear, and I was feeling I was hurting a little bit that morning. The sling made me hurt more when I had it on than off. And Pastor Coffee was praying and speaking, and he spoke about a shoulder. He said something about somebody out there with a shoulder, and there was some sort of injury going on. And I heard it, but I didn't move immediately. I said, I'm just gonna wait, because it could be for somebody else. I've already had my surgery. I'm going through my healing process. But then as time went on, I heard go, and being obedient, I went to the altar, and Pastor came to me and he prayed over me and he laid hands on me, and all I remember is him saying that I'm healed. Why do I have that sling on? And I took it off, and at that moment I felt absolutely free. I wasn't hurting. I lifted my arms in praise, which was my desire to do. And just at that moment, I just felt so good. I wasn't in no pain. I was healed. So what I would say to someone who's going through a painful situation, whether it be your shoulder or anywhere in your body, you just have to trust and believe in God. He listens to our prayers. He heard my cry. He knew that I didn't want to be stuck for 6 months.
Can you move your shoulder at all? Your arm?
Yeah.
Let him record you moving your arm any way that you can.
So,
like things you could have done, you do now that you couldn't do before.
and I can reach. To pick up is kind of hard, but I can praise. I can lift my hands. I wasn't supposed to be able to do this yet. 6 months. It's been maybe 3 weeks since my surgery. Look at God. Believe him. believe it, your healing. Healing is for real.